There are 6 elements that makes a good response paper, and those are your introduction, summary, analysis, personal response, critical evaluation, contextualization. In this video, I am going to give you a breakdown of each, showing you how you can strategically incorporate each of this in a response paper by following a real response paper assignment prompt as an example. My name is Lerato Kanomsa of All Things Academia, where we explore and explain all things in academia. So if you are a student, a tutor, a lecturer, a researcher, or in any way part of academia, then you are in the right place. Just click the subscribe button below for more content like this that will shine light in your path of academic success. When you are writing your response paper, you want to begin with a brief summary of the article. This is where you provide important information about the author, title, the main topic, and you also want to include a thesis statement and outline the overall reaction of the assignment. The next thing you want to do is to summarize the key points and arguments presented in the article. Here, you must be concise and focus only on the main ideas. This is not the time to repeat word for word what the article says. It is called a summary for a reason. Only cover the important things in the shortest way possible. Then you want to explore the methods that the author uses, the evidence that the author brings, and the overall approach of the author. You want to discuss the strengths and the weaknesses of those methods and evidence by sharing your own interpretation of it and your own understanding of them and connecting them to other material that you have studied already before. Adding a personal touch by expressing your personal reactions, your thoughts, and your feelings towards this article will demonstrate your understanding of the material and the ability to apply it. So when you do this, don't be vague, but support your response with specific example from the article or quotes from the article. You also want to evaluate the credibility and the persuasiveness of the author's argument. This you can do by discussing any biasness and limitation and the gap in the article. If you can show that the article relates to a broader theme or issues by connecting it to your own experiences or the course material, or show how it is limited in that regard, then you would have leveled up your game. Now let's move on to the example. So for this, I am going to go into the University of KwaZulu-Natal Land 2024 and grab one of the assignment from the Sociology of Religion and use it as a prompt for our example. So you can read here that the students are supposed to do a response paper that explores the 5 concepts of religion by Linda Woodhead. So they need to read this article and write a response paper. This response paper is going to be 500 words and it is due on Wednesday, the 13th, 2024. Here are the further instructions. The student needs to read the article thoroughly, mark that. The first 150 words is a summary of what the text is about. So this is where our introduction comes in as well as our summary that we have stated. Okay, so we are on track. The next 150 words is to examine the arguments presented by the author and data and evidence that they bring. So that's our analysis. The last 200 words is a summary of their own reflection and conclusions about the reading. So here it is the personal response and the critical evaluation of the author's arguments. We can also put in some contextualization here and then conclude. So first of all, I am going to rewrite this prompt using a different article and not Linda Woodhead because as I said, this is a real example and an assignment that is still coming up. And if I use this specific article, students, they will not do their work. They will just copy this example and submit it and fail because this is what it is, an example. So instead, I'm going to choose another article that is part of their syllabus. Let's look at Nina Smart. That is an article that they should be familiar with since it's part of their syllabus. We're going to rewrite this prompt. So instead of reading the article by Linda Woodhead, I'm going to use Ninian Smart. Instead of covering the 5 concepts of religion by Linda Woodhead, we're going to cover the 7 dimensions of the secret by Ninian Smart. Everything else remains the same. So then let's get started. So here we're going to start with the first part, which is starting with the first 150 summary of what the text is about. So this is basically our introduction and the summary that we have spoke about. So using Nina Smart's article, then we can write the title of the article and the author. Then we can say something about the main idea of the article, and we can then write the thesis statement giving an outline of what we're going to cover in this paper. Then we can move on to the summary. Remember to keep it short and focused. So we just cover the main points of what the article is about briefly. We move on to the next 150 words, which examines the argument by the author and the data and the evidence that they draw from. So this is our analysis, where we look at the data and the methods that the author uses, the evidence that they bring, and the overall approach of the author. We also want to look at potential strengths of the article and also the weaknesses, connecting it to the material that we have read before or our own interpretation of it. So, lastly, it's the last 200 words, which is a summary of our own reflection and conclusion about the reading. Here, add your own thoughts and feeling about the reading, but also share a personal experience or give an example from your own context that is directly relevant or speaks to the article or that the article speaks to. Remember not to be vague, but identify specific quotes or phrases or examples from the article that you can expand on. Now that you know how to write a response paper, all that's left to do is figure out when to write it, meaning having a scheduled time slot to work on this assignment. To figure out the best time to write this assignment, click on the video that is appearing on your screen right now, because that's the video that will show you how to plan your study and assignment sessions, how long they should be, and what time of the day should you be doing those, and what to do in between those sessions. So what are you waiting for? Click on that video and I will see you there in a few seconds as I project to you love and grace in a way of 2 Corinthians 13 verse 14.